I mean, you see what we're up against in America? This is what they're learning in college. For fuck's sake.
I'm Cabot Phillips with Campus Reform. As rioting and protesting continues to happen around the country, we're here in Washington, D.C., asking college students whether they think looting is ever an acceptable form of protest. What will they have to say? Let's find out. Do you think that looting is ever something that can be justified in terms of a protest?
Yeah, in my opinion, I think definitely it could be justified.
Now, look, I'm not trying to say anything. I'm just observing a minority. Just saying.
That's pretty much the only way we can get our message out there.
I don't want to say, actually, yeah, I'm in support of the riots personally.
Now, once again, mixed breed. Just saying.
Whatever you need to do to be heard is the cost of it.
I feel like it's inevitable that if change is going to come there.
Notice fatty, disgusting, flabby-armed, frumpy white dyke. Just saying.
There will be some violence that comes with that.
Honestly, I think it's justified. I mean,
notice
people in power.
Feminine soy boy who wants black cocks ramming his wife while he's in back of the dresser waxing his carrot.
Stolen so much more. Anything that any of them loot will never match up to how much has been stolen from them.
I think it is sort of necessary because we haven't been getting traction that that probably needs to happen.
You know, in the case of many white nationalist protests that have gotten violent, the conversation's never been about
White nationalist protest, dude? Are you shitting me? Have you taken a look at the white nationalist movement, you dumb fruit bowl? I mean, who do we have? Who do you have? Richard Spencer, all right? You couldn't get any more homosexual unless you had Richard Simmons' underpants on this son of a bitch. All right, who else do you have? The crying Nazi? All right, you got, I mean, what the fuck are these guys talking about? The white nationalist movement is just as fruity as they are.
They're looting and the violence that they bring. I mean, it's easier to characterize people of color as violent than white people, I guess.
And that has nothing to do with the FBI statistics.
Like, looting is 100% like a black and white issue.
You should really reevaluate where you put people into like physical things as well.
But people own those physical things, though, and they're being destroyed.
Could be replaced, though. If it's a Target is like a multi-million-dollar.
Hey, if that's the case,
like company,
you know, this bitch trying to justify that, this dude should grab that bitch's beats off her head, smash him, and say, "Hey, man, it can be replaced, bitch." You know what I'm saying? I'm doing that for Black Lives Matter. You ain't black. You look like you half something, half black. I don't even think you half black. I think you 20% black, baby.
At the end of the day, they can flip that and get it back.
Why is that fair?
I guess it's all just part of the healing process. I mean,
part of the healing process.
Some people get caught in the way, and that's
what the hell?
For meaningful progress to happen.
I mean, listen to this lunacy.
Unfortunate things happen.
These are college kids.
Like, apologize to those business owners, but at the same time, I feel like it's kind of inevitable.
So, what would be your message to the business owner that says, you can protest, but when you destroy my building...
We're going to have to put these people in labor camps and say, okay, you want to live under communism and socialism? Here, put them in a labor camp and say, here, you all figure it out on yourself. All right, and then entrap them in. They're giving them facilities to be able to, have enough bathrooms, enough livable beds, enough, showers or whatever the and we just airdrop massive food once a week, and they got to figure out how to distribute the wealth in that regard. They got to figure it out. And guess what? It'll be a violent shithole of these people eating each other, and that's what needs to happen. All right, that's what needs to happen.
Taking away my way of making money for my family.
I can understand the business owner's side as well. It is a tricky situation, but I'm leaning more towards being able to, protest out there.
I don't even know how to talk this language. All I need to do is say I understand, because that's what I'm told to do here by the Camacho professors here, and
every now and then.
If you in any way have been responsible for the gentrification that has happened in that community, or like the loss that has happened in that community.
The gentrification.
Like, understand that there's a larger...
Bitch, what are you talking about? Gentrification? What are you talking about, bitch?
There's a larger cause that people are fighting for versus like the cost that's going to take to repair your small business.
Peaceful protest has been attempted for so long, and obviously it really isn't working. Our institutions and the powers that be haven't really responded to this issue.
Listen to this autist. You can hear the autism in his voice.
In a substantive manner. So, inevitably something is going to happen.
Do you think that should be a crime? Do you think those people should be charged?
To some extent. I don't think it should be anything too heavy on them. Just because a lot of people are going to be participating in that sort of
take this
activities.
Anymore.
I certainly believe that looting is illegal.
Hey, look, the guy that's Oriental, all right, who's probably making the most of himself, trying to get the best grades possible so that he can be an engineer, a doctor, or something, so that he can ride a badass Mercedes-Benz or some foreign car and have some white, blonde hair, blue-eyed bimbo chawing on his, feminine penis, all right? Cheers to this guy. I mean, looting is absolutely out of the question, all right? Robbing people of their right to earn a living and trying to suppress people's speech, which is what Antifa and Black Lives Matter does, is completely out of the question and should be, it should be eliminated.
It must be seized.
Got it.
That's all I can say.
Got it. All right. Well, thank you so much for the conversation. We really appreciate the back and forth.
Of course. It's great that this country, this beautiful country, has all the right to express their thoughts, opinions.
Oh, look at this guy, man.
In whatever form they want to
we
utilize.
We need more immigrants like
this. Right?
Got it.
Because we do not want to cause another chaos by protesting for something that we want to protect, we want to cherish. So, as long as it's peaceful, as long as it's within the boundaries of rule of law, I think it is good. It is good.
Man, that's sad, dude. That is sad, but you notice something Black Lives Matter or Antifa isn't going to focus on in that video is that the Asian, all right, who can barely speak English, doesn't want any of this riot shit, doesn't believe in this whole racial justice, systematic racism shit, because even if there is prejudice or racism going towards the way of that Asian man, he's going to be able to brush it off because he's going to have the skills to pay the bills. He's going to have the skills to pay the bills, and as a result, he's going to be forced, all right, on some of these racist people that have to accept him as their own. Because without his knowledge or without his contribution to a corporation, they will be nothing. And this man, to be rewarded for all the hard work that he did, learning, getting educated, working his way up the corporate ladder, he's going to be rewarded with financial rewards that are going to carve out the life that Asian man wants. So, cheers to that dude, all right? Cheers to that dude. That's all I got to say.